Now, my final guest today is a singer, TV presenter and author who's been wooing the nation for a quarter of a century, which is hard to believe considering he's not even 40. Please welcome Aled Jones. Good to see you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Oh, dear. I was riffling through it at home. 40 favourite hymns and thinking, how on earth could he get it down to 40? Was it hard getting it down to 40?
It was impossible. It should be 100. It really should. There's so many stories to tell with these hymns, you know. And I've been singing them since I was 3. And so I thought now was a good time to put it down on paper.
Yeah, because it's not just the stories behind the hymns, it's your stories and how they relate to you and where you've sung them.
Yeah, for instance, you know, Guide Me, O Thou Great Redeemer. You know, Come Rhondda, singing with Catherine Jenkins and Bryn Terfel in the Millennium Stadium. 70,000 people singing along with us. You can feel people's breath hit you. And then Wales going on to beat England in the rugby.
Yes, well, there's a downside to every engagement. There we are. You must have, do you still pinch yourself at things like that when you sing, you know, with Bryn and with Catherine?
Yeah, well, especially when you say I've been around for a quarter of a century. Kind of scary.
Poor
yeah, no, I'm like Matt said, I love singing. So any opportunity to sing, whether it's a hymn or, you know, a popular song, then that's me, you know, that's my first love.
You clearly take great joy in doing songs of praise. You've been with it for quite some time now.
I learned everything from you.
Stop it.
Terry Wogan's my illegitimate radio dad and you're my TV dad.
Yeah, we'll speak about this.
Yes,
but
Dad.
you've managed to do it without being holier than thou or parsimonious or goody-goody or all that, you know.
I hope so.
You've still been, you know, and that's, no, it's a tricky thing to do.
Well, I'm not holier than thou. You know, I'm a normal boy who swears occasionally, drinks lots of wine and has a good time. But I still have a faith. I still believe in God and I still love singing that music, you know. What brought me back to singing as an adult were hymns. Yeah. Dear Lord and Father of Mankind and How Great Thou Art, which you sang magnificently on the top of the show. Yes,
with a little help from my friends.
I'm sure he was miming.
I was singing very quietly, I'll tell you that much.
It's a good trick, isn't it, when you've got fine choir around you. Yeah, sing quiet.
But you keep clearly, you had that gap, do you remember? Well, I remember it vividly, because we met, the first time we ever met was when I was the gardening expert on Breakfast Time.
You gave me some Wimbledon grass to take back to Wales.
I'd been to
and
Wimbledon.
It died.
No. It was seed, and you were responsible for sowing it, so it died, it's your fault.
It was Dad's fault, actually, but
you were a little lad.
I was 12.
But then you had to stop. When
well,
the voice
what happens
broke,
is a boy's voice breaks,
yeah.
and you know, I was threatened with the operation quite a few times. Once by a very famous composer in a studio in Wembley. I was singing for the film Santa Claus the Movie with Dudley Moore. God. I'm the voice that starts it, kind of going, every Christmas Eve we are part of them. Anyway, I was singing, I can't sing that high anymore. And this American composer just went, get the knife, we'll do it right here. All you saw was me looking at my mother rather worriedly.
Well, what does he mean?
Yeah, I had about 4 years off. But, you know, I went to Japan and did some stuff there, started doing some TV, started doing some radio, and all that's continued, really.
Are you happy with the voice that you were left with, as it were, or that developed after that?
Well, I would have rather sounded like Pavarotti, but thanks for bringing it up.
No. I mean, you have the most divine voice. I'd kill for it.
What I like more than anything is that the feeling I had as a kid has come back as an adult, so I can put my own stamp on everything I do. You know, it takes me to a different place when I sing. So, and to start with, as a man, that wasn't there, but it's come back.
That was the remarkable thing about you as a treble, was that it wasn't just that you had a beautiful voice. It was the soulfulness. It was the fact that something was happening inside your head. You were living through your voice in a way. And that sounds a very odd way of saying it, but there was so much passion and soul in it. Can you look back at those shots of you singing now, probably almost as though you were another person, and can you see why you were so revered?
No, not at all. All I see is a really dodgy haircut and usually really bad bow ties or, you know, ties. But, you know, it feels like it's somebody else. You know, it was 4 years, 16 albums, and performances in America, Japan, all over the world, Rome. But I wouldn't have missed it for the world, you know.
Well, from Japan and Rome, you're going to be in Salford this Christmas.
Yay!
Doing White Christmas.
The Irving Berlin White Christmas, the
Yeah.
musical in the Lowry Theatre. Yeah, I'm playing Bing Crosby.
Of course you are. So you get to sing
They looked a bit worried when I said that.
We'll have to age you a bit.
I've had a couple of choreography lessons and it was painful, let me tell you. The girl next to me was beautiful, young, thin, great dancer, and I kept looking at this sagging, middle-aged man with moobs, bit of a beer belly, and I thought to myself, why have I said yes? But, you know, I'm getting paid to lose weight. and sing some lovely, lovely songs.
Yeah, well, we'll come and see you. Before you're at Salford, are you in, is it Leicester? Where are you?
I'm going to Israel for Songs of Praise.
Yeah.
And then we're in Plymouth before
you go to.
White Christmas. My next day off is January the 10th.
Yeah, but you're raking it in. Bless your heart. Always nice to talk to you.
Really nice to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, hasn't he grown up well? Ali Jones.